Join this live, man. When you join, share it. Go have some conversation today with the homie King Fable. We'll talk a little bit about life, you dig? If you want to join, the link is in the comments. Let's try to post it. Whoa, what's happening with your black? It's about to be a good one right here, homie. Stay right there, you dig? At the homie King Fable. Whoa, what's up, King?
Yo, what's the deal?
What's going on, fam? I hear you loud and clear on this, and I'm clear on your end.
Yeah, sir. How you holding?
Oh, man, I'm doing good, bro. We're going to call this segment right here, bro, Conversation with Millz. We're going to give him a few minutes to come in, though, you heard me? Share it as much as you can on your end. Hey, I got on homie, too, AJ McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
I had never heard of dude before, though. You put me on one.
Oh, yeah, you like his vibe. Huh? It's one of his favorite ones, probably Grand Rising.
Look, Grand Rising, Mensa Musa, and that Anxiety.
Yeah, look at Unsung, and then Spark. Spark's another one. That's the banger.
Vibe with him for a little while I was in here prepping for this.
Yeah, I heard it in the background.
You heard it in the background?
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
This came full circle like a mother, dog. Like we gonna talk about that a little bit, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just shit. I was really more I was excited to hear your reasons. You know what I'm saying for why you've been kind of falling back a little bit or whatever. When you told me what you were studying up on and you done picked up the life coaching thing, though, I think that was perfect because like I haven't known you that long, but I seen you moving. You know what I'm saying? I see what you've been doing. And that's what's up, man. We gonna get into it. You dig? Yeah. I am Wilson Millz, you know what I'm saying? This is MillionViewzPodcast platform, but today we having a conversation with Millz. I got the homie King Fable here with me, bro. First of all, King, let's let the people know a little bit about yourself. First of all, let's catch the people up on, you know, who we're speaking with today.
All right, man, I'm a young brother from Jamaica, man. Husband, father, provider, business owner, entrepreneur. And has been in the streets. You know, I've done a little bit of everything. I was big on being a jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
And that bites you in the ass moving like that. So
at some point, hell yeah.
I had to come back and trying to polish up. But probably more of a Mr. Accountability kind of guy. It's a saying I started adding for myself is the Stoic accountability philosophy. So that's something I'm working on for myself. But that's just more so the best description you can get from me is probably going to be Mr. Accountability these days.
Mr. Accountability. That's crazy because that's going to be one of the topics. And I was saying like we're going to break it up into 6 different conversations for the simple fact that I don't want to speed through none of this. Because even at the age of 38, that's one thing I've been on self more about accountability. You feel what I'm saying? And like that has strained some relationships in my life that then moved a lot of things around as far as business and this and that. But that's the only thing that really has gotten me any progress in life, though, has been holding myself accountable lately. You know what I'm saying? And the people around me. So that's a big one. Does this list have to go in order? Because the list is marriage, black love, business, spirituality, accountability, and growth.
Man, so that's probably not even the whole list.
that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, that's just the way things work with me, man. One thing can lead into something else, and it can be a good thing and a bad thing sometimes. I'm still working on that. But that's a good way to start a good foundation.
Foundation of it.
Right there for
What
sure.
what event, situation, mishap, or whatever, but what took place that caused the shift in, you know what I'm saying, your focus as far as what you doing, putting out?
Damn, you gonna make me be a little humiliated right now. All
Yeah,
right,
I gotta pull you out there a little bit before we get off into, you know what I'm
all
saying.
right. So moment of humility. So the name Jamaican SXT, like the hoodie, all that. Like I was, I think I was like depressed, bro, and I was getting a whole bunch of money, but I wasn't doing shit. If I'm being honest, like I was running up a bag, but I was just throwing it off. You know what I'm saying? Fucking it off. And then COVID hit. When COVID hit, I started going crazy, even more. So COVID hit, we ended up like losing the house because COVID had people all extra crazy. And me, my wife, 3 kids, and a friend who were living in the in-town motel suite. Little, the little studio. They got the kitchen and everything in there. We was in there for about 3 months, bro. And it wasn't that the money was a problem. It was just everybody was just so paranoid, and the timing of my lease expiring and everything was a bad situation. So when we finally got somewhere, it was like so much had transpired. Man, I ended up putting probably like $100,000 into my car. So like I had a V6 Challenger, and I built it from literally like the base it could be to up there with the Hellcats and shit like that.
Or that the machine that black car you was messing with, that started out as a 6?
Yeah, that's a V6. I still got it. It's in the shop, paid it off. Like I got the title for it and everything like that. But I was putting I bought a Rex Scat Pack to put in there. Put the 6.4 in there. The mechanic, basically, long story short, 2 mechanics had ended up fucking off the car. Fucking off my motor getting stolen, all kind of shit. So I have the shell of the car, no motor, transmission, none of that. There's a whole little dialogue behind that to where it was more belief that it wasn't my path to put that motor in there because something way left could have came from me doing that and having that car back. But when I lost that car, or like literally just it going to nothing that quick, it made me realize like I did all that and I ain't got nothing to show for it now. So now I got 3 kids, a wife, bills piling up, business slowing down. I did all this, put it into a car, and I ain't got nothing to show for it. I went depressed, bro. I ain't gonna lie, probably for like a year. I was just like blaming myself. And it made me realize at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you've been fucking off for the last 10 years. So that was kind of like the trigger, I guess you would say, was losing my car.
Right.
Kind of made me like realize like, yeah, you gotta take accountability for it. Like the necklace, I have to make myself wear the necklace, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I done fuck money off in so many different areas. But when it comes down looking at my kids, I don't have enough to show for them.
Right.
And all the money that went through my hands. So
I can relate.
I had to look in the mirror a lot, you know what I'm saying? And until I did that, I wasn't able to grow. I mean, long story short.
Facts.
Until I took that accountability, until I owned up to fumbling the bag, however you want to put it.
Right. I mean, the hardest part about that is, like you say, that the embarrassment of you gotta look at your kids, you gotta look at wife, you gotta look at the household situation as a whole, and you feeling like you failing. Like, long story short, like as a man, you feel like you fail. I done been there, especially trying to build a business. Like, a lot of people don't understand. For the most part, you just putting in. You know what I'm saying? Until something happens, or until you get the proper funding, or whatever the break go come, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But until then, it's just buku shit that's just gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you start mixing and mingling. Yeah, it's not as easy as people think. Not the nitty gritty part of it. Not when you actually start making money. It get real tricky.
Okay, so now that you take the accountability, you get your mindset back in order. Where has that led you?
Man, believe it or not, I'm in 2023, but it's like I'm in 2015 all over again, or like 20. Yeah, probably about 2015. 2015, I was no kids yet. Me and my wife, we weren't married yet, but I wasn't a citizen. I was working at Hewlett Packard, making decent money. But not a care in the world. I was supposed to buy a house, but I had judgments, shit going on. I had to take care of. The reason I say I feel like I'm back full circle is I've grown so much now in that time that between 2015 and 2022, I hadn't worked. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't worked for nobody. I was living off my work. You know what I'm saying? So 7 years, my wife is big on that. Say 7 is the number of completion. So that 7 year was more focused on my kids. You know what I'm saying? I was making all the money, but my focus was being a father more than anything. So after 7 years, so I had to go back to work. I go back to work. It's basically completely different thing, smaller company, more money, but a lot of freedom. Just somewhere you can get real complacent real quick.
Right.
So I see it for what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what I did back then. So now that's the first thing. But now I'm also back in position where I can buy a house again. You know what I'm saying? I got same wife, you know what I'm saying? But now I got 3 kids. I'm looking at it in the sense as God put me back in this situation because there was a lesson that I didn't take from it the first time. So he's putting me back through it again. And until I learn that lesson, you're going to keep repeating that cycle. So I'm just making sure that every step I take, I'm analyzing everything. You know what I'm saying? Making as many executive choices as I can before making an impulsive one.
Right. So now I see the purpose of this conversation for at least for today. You know what I'm saying? The you can't grow without accountability, dog. You feel what I'm saying? And you being the man you is, and I didn't spoke with you on the phone, you know what I'm saying, outside of what we talking about right now, just two fellas shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're a serious man and you're definitely serious about family and what you building. You feel what I'm saying? I knew that about you. I didn't know you were, going through the things you was going through at the time. You know what I'm saying? But your focus was how you been?
Y'all get all my games. All right,
bro. Daddy on the call right now. Okay. Close the door. Sorry about that.
I understand, brother. But that's just what we was talking about, man. Family first. You know what I'm saying? In the growth that's taking place in you, it's only gonna push your family that much further. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure we get our plugs in before we get too far in the conversation, man. The stylist, man. Penny's Natural Touch LLC. You know what I'm saying? That's the wife.
That's the wife, man. I had to get her LLC'd up. I had to get her right. I mean, you see me, I let it down, you know. She keep your boy right.
She got the roster man right.
She keep me good. I ain't got the best lighting, but about 2-3 weeks. Part still fresh.
When did you move from Jamaica? We jumping around right quick, but when did you move here from Jamaica, bro?
Bro, I've been here since 98.
98. Okay, and how
98?
You don't mind me asking how old you was when you in 98?
8 years old, born in 90. So I moved here in 1998. Me, my brother, my sister, my mom's pops died at 4. Yeah. So we was stuck in it early.
What was that transition like?
It's hard, bro.
Huh?
I was fighting every week, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I spoke Patois real bad when I got here. So most people couldn't.
Your English was messed up.
Yeah, broken French. So most people couldn't understand me. I got big lips, so they hit you with the what they say? They call me Bubblicious and African booty scratcher, you know, and I can't talk shit back to you, so I'm just going straight into your shit. And
straight up.
it got bad, bro. Like I was always fighting, so could nobody beat me up. So it was like what they say, your enemy be your closest friends or some shit like that. Man, them cats got together and like stomped me out one day, bro. That was probably my last time really just fighting people.
They had the gang up on you.
Yeah, that's the only way you gonna get me, man.
All right, though. You put me on this music, though, by the dude AJ McQueen. You know what I'm saying? We already talked a little bit about that. 1% mindset building LLC. I'm saying that right. 1% mindset building LLC. Life coaching. When was that established?
I'm actually on my second year already. I'll be starting my third year in February. I've been doing it longer, but the LLC is 2 years old.
Okay. What gave you the confidence or the how did you know that was your calling? How you know that was the purpose of, you know what I'm saying? All this knowledge you've been getting out here.
I get a lot of joy out of helping people, bro. I think that's probably what, aside from my family and, you know what I'm saying, the kids and stuff like that, I truly get a joy out of helping people. And I feel like I've done enough. Like, I've been a cable guy. I've done all walks of life already, you know what I'm saying, at a young age. And I'm able to help people at different phases in life because I'm able to process life a little faster than the average person. And I can come back in, and my wife says it's like the gift of gab, but I have the way to articulate things to people to where they can understand it. Somebody could tell you something 20 different ways, and I can come in and articulate it a different way, and it give you that click. So it made a lot of sense to me as far as the life coach aspects, because I mean, like I said, I'm Mr. Accountability now.
Right.
And I think that probably started a few years back, bro, because I was like 350. I got up to 350 when my daughter was born.
Okay.
Kids started calling me fat. I had to hold my breath to walk down the stairs, like all that. And now I hold 250, but everybody swear I'm a linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
I guess I didn't know you when you was that big.
Huh?
I said I don't think I knew you then when you was that big.
Oh, you did? You couldn't tell.
Oh yeah?
You couldn't tell. Because I started sipping drink and shit, bro. And it wasn't like a fat, but it was more like a heavy set. You know what I'm saying? You could see it on me, but you couldn't. The muscle memory was always there from playing ball and shit like that.
So that had you end up in the gym, huh?
Yeah, man. My 8-year-old, he's not 8, but he started calling me fat, bro. Like, when the kids are honest.
Right.
Shit hurt, bro. Like, I could lie to myself about the holding my breath. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I was out of there. You know what I'm saying? But when he started saying it, I was just like, yeah, I think it's time I get that realigned. But no, legit, I had to hold my breath to tie my shoes, bro. We had the wife. She just stepped in here. Go ahead, come on, Miss Penny's Natural Touch. If you wanna say hi, since she peeking in.
What's up, Miss Penny? How you doing?
But yeah, no, I was big, bro, and the kind of discipline it takes to be able to get into the gym consistently. And then, like me, I didn't do the crazy diets to where I'm trying to drop 100 pounds. Like, I was just doing the work, you know what I'm saying? And the consistency was there, the discipline was there. And then it got to the point where I stopped listening to music, and I would start listening to people like David Goggins and Eric Thompson and Steve Harvey would be dropping gems. And it would just be to a point where YouTube was how I started my risings. And instead of just me always building myself physically, I was building myself spiritually and mentally at the same time. So like I tell people, like, I'm not working out to compete. I'm working out for life, because life is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't prepare yourself for something mentally, when it happens, you're still going to fall apart. And that's something I've seen happen. I've done it, you know what I'm saying? And those are the things where until you decide to take that accountability, you're still going to end up coming right back to it.
All right. Let's simplify something right quick. What is the actual definition, of accountability? You know what I'm saying? Pertaining to life, of course.
In my opinion.
Yeah, in the life coaching sense, if you were speaking to me right now, as far as coaching me, what would be your definition of accountability when it comes to a man in his life?
Ownership, whether the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that's in front of you is a creation of something you started. It might have been something you did 6 months ago. It could have been something you did 6 years ago. But whatever you got in front of you, you got to take ownership of what's happening to be able to process it and move forward.
Right.
So that's why I think ownership would probably be the best thing for accountability. in layman's
Nah,
terms.
that's perfect. That's definitely a perfect way to put it, because it'll be like this in certain situations. I'm gonna use myself. I'll go out my way to help somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then find myself upset when that situation don't work out or go left or whatever. But at the end of the day, I put that energy out there to allow it, like you said, allow that to happen. I facilitated that no matter which way it went. So once I was able to start just accepting it like that, it don't stop you from being pissed off, but
Mm-hmm.
it changed the way you deal with it, and it don't stop that don't stop you from being able to continue to move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the times I'd be stuck dwelling on that because I'm mad, I'm pissed off. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm blaming this person or this situation when it really is all on me, because I
Mm-hmm.
chose to fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever in that situation.
So perspective's everything. Perspective's everything. Like accountability is like the first step, but then the perspective that you decide to sit on is what's going at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Show you how you're gonna respond to it. Like I tell my wife, you got to learn to be a good judge of character. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll tell you the game is sold, not told. You could have the plug, you could have the game to, you know what I'm saying, the niche to make it all the way. But because you're so caring or this and that, you want to give everybody the game so they can be successful.
Right.
But if you change the way you look at it, you're just dimming your light, because now you're giving away the gift that God gave you, and you want to just expose it to everybody instead of taking it and mastering it like you're supposed to.
Hmm.
So in a sense, you block your blessings that way. But it still comes back to perspective.
Damn. That's why you the life coach, dog. You could break that shit down. I mean, is what you think? I can't speak for the average person, but what you think holds most people back from holding self accountable? Like what? That's just the easy way out. You think?
Yeah, humility. And you gotta look at it like this, in my opinion, bro. Most people rather blame somebody else than take blame for themselves.
Right.
Like
It's
it
more
could be a
convenient.
job. You know, it could be a job. Oh, my boss won't give me a raise because of this or that. Pretty sure it's a few things you could change at work that your boss got an issue with. You might not want to take accountability for, but you ask everybody else in the warehouse, you doing that same shit. You know what I'm saying? But people lie to themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? People lie so much that they start to believe it. And I start to tell people like I can't relate to the average person because I know how the average person thinks, but the average person is lazy. The average person
Right.
don't want change. The average person, what they say, you made it and you changed up, and you can't grow without changing. You know what I'm saying? And society's standard of living is the reason why people are the way they are. Everybody dormant. Nobody want to grow. You could be complacent or comfortable. However you want to look at it, you're still going like this.
My therapist taught me, dog, like the only difference between quote unquote normal people and successful, quote unquote successful people is the action in it. You got to do it. Like whatever it is you say you want to change, like you said, you was overweight, so you did the work, got the weight down. You feel what I'm saying? You was overspending. You got the finances in order by budgeting. You know what I'm saying? However it is you had to tackle it, you faced it head on. And like ever since cause see that lazy thing, that was me. Like I always had in my mind, I always had an easier way to get anything done. You feel what I'm saying? But
For sure.
once I got into business and started seeing the bad results of that type of work ethic, you know what I'm saying, straight out the gate, I started learning right away. Like, man, nothing gonna come easy. All this shit gonna be hard. You
I
feel
mean,
what I'm
that's
saying?
that's that's like transitioning from the streets to business. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Business is the streets. It's just a more cleaned up blue collar version. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like the stock market. It's all the same. Stock market, stock market made me grow up a lot. But that's what made me become financially responsible. Because I realized I fucked off all my bread here. I need to go learn the financials. I can't be a leader and I ain't financially literate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a blind leading the blind. So in that sense, I had to realize like you dropped the bag. So you got to go do the work. Same when it comes down to being fat. You drop the bag and let yourself go, you got to go do the work and get it back. It still won't always come back to taking the accountability. You know what I'm saying? As bad as it might sound, do it. Bro, it could be you cheating on your wife. you know what I'm saying, you still gonna have to take some kind of accountability. Or your wife cheat on you, it could still be your fault because you was neglecting her in the bedroom, or you think you just got to pay the bills and not help with the kids, or you know what I'm saying. It's a full circle thing, and people want to do half of the work half the time. So in a sense, you ain't even getting 50% out of somebody, you're getting like 25%.
Damn.
That's my perspective. Look, they say I'm an asshole because my perspective is what it is, but
say, bro, that come with accountability. Like that come with holding yourself to a certain standard. You gonna be considered that I'm an asshole. You feel what I'm saying? Because if it's wrong, I'm about to correct it.
But what makes you an asshole? What makes you an asshole though?
I'm telling you, like if me and my partner having a conversation and being honest, dog.
So the truth hurts. The truth hurts.
You know what I'm saying? Not, like I said, I should have put the quotes up on that part. I'm not no intentional asshole, but I can be considered an asshole because
I love
I like to exchange information, but I want the information to be right. You feel what I'm saying? If we having a conversation about something, I'm not correcting you, dog, to try to play on you. There's some information I got that you don't have. If somebody corrected me with some information that I don't have, how could I get upset about it? I'm not. I'm actually glad that you gave me that information, and I'm about to go home and research it to double down on it. Try to, you know what I'm saying, make sure you ain't gave me no bad info.
It took you a certain point to get to that level, though. It took certain things. I can be honest and say that to get you there. You had to fumble the bag. You had to make some kind of mistake. You had to get to a certain point where you was able to start like, all right, I can't go there. Everybody not doing it.
No, that's a hard place to get to.
Exactly, because you gotta look. You gotta look in the mirror,
motherfucker, dog.
You gonna
that mirror had you depressed, like you say, like anxiety. That's why I say that's one of my favorite songs from AJ McQueen already. Anxiety, because like that's something that I deal with. It come from life experiences. It come from, you know what I'm saying, a long list of things that we could talk about. You know what I'm saying. I really talk about those type of things in therapy, but it's like if you can't fully tap in, first of all, this you didn't say this, but I know we lean to this with the spirituality. You got to be tapped in to your higher source. Now I can't say what that is. I can't tell you what your spirituality should or shouldn't be or whatever. That's not my walk. You know what I'm saying? But I do know you need to be tapped into a higher power, dog, to even check yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people are just scared, bro, when it comes down to, so you say spirituality, but a lot of people not even spiritual. They're more religious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not religious. I used to be. I was raised
same, Christian, but it never made sense to me, right? But asking questions in a religious settings is what gets you. You know what I'm saying?
Shunned.
But the point is, religion was created to divide at the end of the day. So when you start getting to the point where you're cutting out the religion and you're focused on your spirituality, and you're getting, to me, I call him Abba, the creator. Everybody's not familiar with that level of consciousness yet, but it's a lot of reading that goes into it to where you can even hear that name being spoken. But like I tell people, man, in my opinion, it's the same thing. It's still one creator. Whatever you want to do with the 20 arm, it doesn't matter. Whatever your symbol that you're praying towards is, because
my opinion.
You listen
go ahead. I'm sorry, my bad.
When I was gonna say, when you listen to music and stuff like that, going to church, all those are ritualistic things.
Correct.
You're still performing rituals consistently. So to then perform the rituals and then come back and say, well, you don't do this, it shows that people are just confused. You know what I'm saying?
I think in a more, ancient past type of sense, I think the religions was broken up based on like not only the time period you was living in, because information presents itself as time goes on, no matter what that information might be about. Well, that's one. And number two, it's like, they have different languages, different dialects of different languages. They have different, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like
everything
you living in Texas, we in Louisiana, we got our own, the way we speak, you know what I'm saying? They speak a certain way in Georgia, they speak a certain way in Philly. You feel what I'm saying? So like if you couple that with these teachings, these doctrines being passed down over, we don't know how many, like, you know what I'm saying? We don't know how many years this information comes from.
Many
And like
times
you
it
said,
gets
it's all
rewritten.
always centered around one creator, one leader, one ruler, one, you know what I'm saying? So like that's one thing, that's the only consistent thing, is that there's only one.
Exactly.
You
And
feel
that's
me?
the
So
only
that,
thing you need to, in my opinion, that's what you focus on.
the one.
All that other stuff is delusion, because they've rewritten the Bible how many times? You know what I'm saying? There's a game where you got everybody sitting in a full circle, and then someone whispers in the air, "I have a black cat." By the time it comes back full circle, I have a black cat with rabies, 6 legs, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like the story every time it's transition. There's gonna be some kind of breakdown, and it's just the way it is. But I don't think people look that depth into things. You know what I'm saying? Everything is so shallow with people.
Right.
And that's why I say when it comes down to it, bro, it's hard to have a conversation with simple-minded people when you're no longer, you know what I'm saying? You're vibrating at a different frequency, and they still on a dormant level. So to expect them to be able to comprehend or have the mental capacity that you have, you kind of like shitting on yourself.
Man, I done fell out with a lot of people ever since I started loving myself more. You feel what I'm saying? Like now that I'm not willing to let you just walk over me, now that I'm not willing to let you just borrow anything, run off with anything, do this, like, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm basically got my eyes open, paying attention to everything, not something wrong with me all of a sudden. I'm the same person. I'm actually a better person, more productive. You feel what I'm saying? I'm out the way. I ain't in no, you know what I'm saying? Like
They're
I
not gonna
know,
see none of that though.
I
Yeah,
know I
they'll
done bettered myself. You feel what I'm saying? Because I have the results for it, and everything that went left as far as people. You feel what I'm saying? But I know that the Most High ain't doing nothing but moving things out of my way for the better. You feel what I'm saying? How you
for sure.
been able to navigate through that, dog? Like coming from Jamaica, having to adapt to just being a U.S. citizen, like you said, getting your citizenship, um, you know, getting acclimated to this totally different world. Then before you know it, you're a grown man, showing your own kids how to survive in this world. Like what's things you take from your childhood, from your upbringing, and from your challenges that you go straight at with your kids with, you know what I'm saying, to give them that little boost or edge on society.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It ain't nothing that coming from my
kids. Right.
Nothing, like literally nothing, bro. My wife don't come from my kids. She know that. I stand on that. I love her to death. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be here without her. She the mother of all 3 of my kids.
Right, but I know exactly what you mean when you say that, though.
It's just, how can I put this? So my dad died at 4, right? So throughout life, I didn't have that father figure. You know what I'm saying? My mom wasn't one of those women that's just out there. She was just inside type shit. She married my little sister's dad. They was married for a few years, bro. By then, that's what brought me out here to the north. I was like a teenager by then. I didn't really, it's like I was going through life on autopilot, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I started getting a little older, probably like teenager, I started trying to have kids. I was 16 years old, bro. I was trying to pop anything, everything.
Damn.
I ain't putting out. I'm raw. I need a baby. I want to be a dad to fill that void.
Okay.
So now, but I had a dream saying you're not gonna have kids until you're married. But I said, wow, so my wife literally got pregnant the first year we got married, like played it out just like I seen. When it come down to the kids, because I was that kid that didn't have the support of their dad, all I wanted out of life was kids. I didn't care to be a millionaire, doctor, all that shit. I didn't care. I just wanted to be a dad. So when the kids came, nothing else mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like my first 7 years, because I moved here when I was 7, turning 8, that was the reason why I wanted to be with my kids those first 7 years. You know what I'm saying? A little small symbolic things like that. I wanted to experience that as a father because I experienced it as a kid, but I didn't have a father to experience it with. So I wanted to do that with my kids. I was able to do that. Now, when it comes down to it, like my 8-year-old, bro, people say I'm crazy, but my 8-year-old is already financially literate and certified. Like I got him taking classes every week on stocks. He can tell you about bonds, trust, all that shit at 8. So he's gonna be better than me, bro. My purpose in life is to have them not go through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what I stand on, bro. I done made the people at the school cry because they try to label my kid, and you're not doing it. I'm an active father. I got a 5-year-old in kindergarten. Bro, he's active. You know how 5-year-old boys are, but he's at a white school. He's at a white school. So, bro, they're calling me and they're like, yeah, every week they call me. Well,
that's the break dancer?
Huh?
That's the break dancer?
My 8-year-old. Right. Yeah, he big on football, and bro, they all gymnastics and shit now, but he's big on football and gymnastics. But my 5-year-old, they big on the games, real big. He's just active. He's the football. You can tell he's the athlete. So he's more like me than all my other kids. Like he thinks like me. He's fast. If you tell him something, you gotta explain it to him before he's be like, all right, I'll fuck with it. Otherwise, nigga will look at you stupid. That's how he do the teachers. Like the teacher will try to talk to him and he'll smile in their face. And the teacher will literally call me and be like, yeah, I'm trying to redirect him, but he keeps smiling. And I can't, I'm not, what you want me to do to him? He's smiling at you. He's killing you with kindness, like they told us to do growing up. Kill him with kindness. He's smiling. He's not, it'll be a little simple shit like he's just active or he's bored. Point blank period, the nigga be bored. The shit is simple. They have it too simplified at school to where they're not challenging him. Because I challenge him and shit like that. So when he gets bored, he's fucking off. They will call me about that. But when I talk to a black teacher, the black teacher will be like, look, if he was at a black school, we wouldn't be calling you. Literally been told us. But it's because he's active. He's not being a troublemaker.
He's a challenge.
Listening. So when I tell him, well, y'all aren't really challenging him, he's bored, this and that, they agree, blah, 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 and I don't hear nothing else. But my job is to make sure that nobody fucks with my kids. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that goes for any and everybody. If it ain't something that's aligned with what I'm teaching, I'm not gonna do it. Because my kids gonna get homeschooled next year. I'm done with public school already. Just because with all this gay shit and school is supposed to be, they indoctrinate them and all that. Again, I get it. You need structure in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did the first couple of years. But when it gets to the point now that it's no longer about teaching, you don't get homework no more. You're not held accountable to do it. No more.
It's crazy.
You're just there. You know what I'm saying? And if you're just gonna be there, I could homeschool you for 2 hours, bro. You can go out there and take sports serious. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather invest in you with what I know you're gonna lead in life, because I'm 33, but I still ain't used Pythagorean theorem yet.
Say one of my I hate to use the word regret, because I honestly don't regret it because of everything that went into it. But one of the things that I always look back on, bro, was college, like, like getting my degree and finishing up. But then I went and took a entrepreneurship course at Suno. It was like the end of 21, early 22. One or the other. It might have been, just as recent as this year, though. I'm not sure. But I went and took this course, this entrepreneurship course, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm taking in this information and I'm seeing, what pertains to business and how, what I'm saying, my family, they was in business for a long time, trucks, the excavation, shit like that. My old man, he passed in 2015. His dad passed 2006. So like that kind of killed those businesses. But it's like, just looking at simple mistakes that they may or may not have made. I hate to use the word mistake because they came from nothing. Them people were uneducated and everything, and they took care of families. Yeah, families with an IES, not just their family. You know what I'm saying? So I don't call it failure, but things that I need to improve on. None of them required a college degree. You feel what I'm saying? To be successful as Sam. You follow what I'm saying? Now, will a college degree, make me better on paper? Or would a college degree open up some other opportunities for me? I'm pretty sure it would. You follow me? Because that certificate or whatever it is, they view that as, it's a key to It's a key to certain things. It's a key to certain things in this society, right? But as far
They
as
don't give you the credit no more, man. So I look at it like this, bro. When it comes down to college, you have the schooling, but you don't have the experience. I learned this working at HP. My mom would tell me, go to college. And I had scholarships for football and track, but again, I was going through life like whatever. I just want to have kids. So it's just like completely lost my track of thought just now.
We talk about I had to light me a blunt. We was talking about like this college thing, because like I got a son, right? I got a son. Shout out to Pint 2 times. He a freshman at LSU. You know what I'm saying? Going, he a accountant major.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, salute to the Tiger, dog. Shout out to the quarterback, man. Shout out to that boy, man. Jaden Daniels, man. That's a big salute. That's the first black quarterback, you know what I'm saying? LSU, the dude made history, man. Salute the homie. I got a son who is in college, and I'm encouraging that because he's gonna be a first in his family, especially on his mama's side of the family. He gonna be I want to say he gonna be the first male in his mama's family to graduate from college. I could be wrong. I think he might have a big cousin, one of his mom's cousins or something like that might have graduated. But as far as on my side of the family, I might be the only one that has my sister Joy got a son, but my son, the oldest, grandson or whatever, right? So he have a big responsibility on him. You feel what I'm saying? Not a pressure, but a responsibility. As far as where he has to go with life. He got a little sister, he got a mother, he got, you know what I'm saying? So like he coming into manhood.
That torch. You got that torch.
And I've been wanting to just make sure that he transitioning smoothly and understand the importance of it, but not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world either. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Where we find that balance at, Coach? I'm gonna have to ask you on that. I had to light a blunt when I started thinking about this college thing, dog.
So with my experience, bro, I would say if someone has a calling for it, like if it's the right school, the right career. If it's the right career, you're gonna need it. Doctors, lawyers, you gotta hit the bar, shit like that. I'm not gonna say not to do it. But if it's someone that's like a skilled trade or you're doing IT or some shit like that, bro, it's pointless to go spend all that money and go to school. When I was saying earlier, I learned at Hewlett Packard, bro, you can go to school for computer science and all that, but you're just going to have the schooling and what the school wants you to learn. That company's still going to want you to do things their way. They're going to want you to have a certain amount of experience to match that schooling as well. But if you've been in school for 8 years, you're going to have to work from the bottom to get up to where it matches the degree level, and now you're burning so much time. So it's hard to find a balance when it comes down to going to college. I would, me personally, I'm being from Jamaica, bro, I tell someone, go get a trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done phlebotomy, I've done DNA tests, I've done electrician, I've done the cable guy, I've done insurance, I've sold vacuums, I've done a little bit of everything.
Correct.
None of it required a college degree. None of the college degrees out there would have gotten me more money. But if it's something like I said, when it comes to, put it like this, if it's a career that's going to require continued education, like medical field, medicine's always changing. So you're going to always need to be learning. So something like that, I could see it for. You know what I'm saying? The laws, like I said, those kinds of things. But for the most part, bro, to make real money, you don't need a degree. You can get some certs.
If you like whatever career path you on, even if you decide to go to college, like you said, or get the trade or whatever, go to work in that field immediately.
To
you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, like you definitely, even if it's just part-time or whatever, you want to be getting that experience under your belt, because like you say, as soon as you go in there, you got your nice suit on or your nice, you know what I'm saying, dress or whatever, if it's ladies, you know what I'm saying, you go in there, you got your degree, you got everything, and the first thing they go say that's required is experience. Now how is this even, what does even make sense? How was I supposed to get the experience if I was over here getting educated on, getting
That's
this
the whole-
degree that I got to have to even do this.
That's the point. That's why I said it's a double-edged sword, because you can't have the yin without the yang, but they want you to have both of them. But you can get them at the same time. But to expect someone to know how to do that at the age of 18 to 25,
Correct.
that kind of discipline, that kind of commitment, it's not realistic.
And it's even harder for them to listen to it from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, this be my thing. I be trying to everybody life, everybody walk is different. All I could walk is mine, right? So I be trying to get my kids to understand, like, listen, daddy go tell you some shit that he probably didn't do properly, or probably didn't do at all coming up. That don't mean ignore it.
Don't make the same mistake.
Yeah, I got the information on it. I got the bruises from it. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me, bro, he's like, look, bro, your kids will never go through what you went through. Your kids you give them too much already. They'll never experience what they didn't have to come from Jamaica to learn how to speak English all over. They didn't have to go through all those struggles. So just off of that alone, they'll never go through what you went through. But the kids that go to college and then have the mindset to be able to work in that field and what they're going to school for, 9 times out of 10, you got to have a parent that's aware that can either educate it or break it down to you, or you have both your parents. And that's not common in it's more common now in this day and age for us, for sure. But even then, bro, you got active parents that ain't teaching their kids nothing.
I mean, they got some parents that's active but haven't learned it themselves.
Well, you got to take
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it right there.
You know what I'm saying?
At first, I was feeling bad. I was down on myself because at 34, you know what I'm saying, I started on a righteous path. Like, I started, you know what I'm saying, really being my real true self. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I always been the same person. You feel what I'm saying? I just wasn't following my true purpose. But at first, I was down on myself. I'm like, man, fucking 30s, you know what I'm saying, trying to do this, and this. But I had to stay focused and realize, shit, if I wait any longer, I'll be 40. You know what I'm saying? Then 50, then blah, blah, then so on. And then what's been accomplished, you know what I'm saying? What's been passed on, what's been built? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I had to check myself on that shit.
That's why you say that, bro. I think I'd be going through that occasionally. But it hits me a little different, bro, because it's like I'll start having like flashbacks and shit that happened in life. And it's like it registers to me like, hey, you never get to do that again. Like the car. I'll never be able to have that moment with that car again.
Right.
I'll never be able to go through the diapers with my 8-year-old. There are things that happen in life that people don't take serious enough until you start getting to a certain point where it's like none of that shit matters, bro. You know, like the money, like I used to want to always have all the cars. I ain't gonna say clothes, I ain't care for clothes, but the thing for me was cars, you know what I'm saying? My mom, being from Jamaica, like I'd be the first one to buy a house out here, you know what I'm saying? Buy land, shit like that. My mom still ain't did none of that. So there are things that I still want to do. But I wouldn't be able to do none of that if I didn't go through half the shit I went through.
The experience.
You know, and if I didn't make the mistakes, or people call them L's, you can call them an L, but an L is just a lesson. It's just depending on how much you pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But it's always coming back to your perspective.
Shout out to my auntie Shirley, bro. She told me I have a lot of bought sense. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, that's the experience you want to get. If they pay for it, let me get it for free. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta. I try to get my kids to lean on my knowledge now, because you don't want to do. I was selling weed, bro. You don't have to do that shit, dog. I'm putting you in a position by the time you're 18, you're going to have assets you can go lean on. You got 529 accounts that's just sitting there, bro. I did that shit years ago. I don't touch it. I'm not going to go in there and touch it, but by the time you're 18, it's current interest for you. You know what I'm saying?
Break that down real quick for our viewers. Put them on game with that if they're not already.
529?
Yeah.
529 is a schooling bank, basically. Instead of like, if you buy my kids something for Christmas, which we don't celebrate, we switching over to Kwanzaa.
Mhm.
But if you buy something for the kids, instead of buying them a game that's gonna break, buy them a stock. If they
Right.
like Fortnite, buy them a Roblox share. You know what I'm saying? I can give you a ticket to buy them, shit like that. But instead of just buying bullshit for the kids, set them up to be financially structured so that when they get of age, they're in a position where they ain't got to go get no payday loans or do all that shit we have to
Right.
do.
I like it.
529 account is basically an account like how your son's in school. If you would have dropped 10 bands in a 529 account 10, 20 years ago, by the time he's there now, he can use all that money for school on tax.
Mm.
So it's like a 401.
Some free game right here, folks.
Hey, y'all better use it because I'm gonna start
529 account. Hey, 529 accounts, man. I'm on it, bro. You heard the man, bro. You getting it free right here, though. But you go ahead to hit them up.
I got a lot of game to give out. I had to. So I think that's something that blocked me too, bro. I be wanting to give shit out for free.
Right.
I don't like charging people for everything. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've been doing this for free for going on 4 years now. But this what came out of it. You see what I'm saying? I done met people like yourself. I done met people like Mac, Fiend, the Dirty Mouth comedian, dog. Like she
yeah, I was seeing it on your page. I'm like,
you
oh,
feel
shit.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I've been aligned with a lot of people that I'm real acquainted with in this situation, but a lot Jay Arson, you know what I'm saying? Dope individual, dog. Mighty Lee, you know what I'm saying? That's you know, no Big Dog, no Rap Daddy, that's Birdman nephew, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
dude is like when I met homie, bro, like I had seen him, you know, on the internet and stuff like that before, but when I met him, Jay Arson introduced me to him, dog. Salute to both of them young brothers, dog. It was not the experience I expected at all, bro. Dude, he a little general, dog. He about 27, 28 years old, but he a general, dog, and I respect him a lot. I fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? But like, I done met so many people and made some real good relationships. Kelly Love Jones, dog, like a beautiful person, dog. Like somebody who just, soon as you hear her voice or see her, dog, you just go positivity just go come over you, dog. Like them type of people, son. Like I done made some real connections, dog. Shout out to my people at the At Least Foot. You know what I'm saying? I said that to say, like, I watched how you be moving, and I was like that's the type of spirit you want to be able to have, dog. Like, I was like, man, this man don't worry about nothing. Like, not knowing you was going through what you was going through because of how you was carrying yourself so strong. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that resilience come from your situation. Like you always had that, or that was something that you had to, you know what I'm saying, coach yourself into?
I think it came from, it was always there, probably from when my dad died. Like I just always had to just suck shit up and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I never had the easy road. But it's been studies where they tell you like the CIA tell you the people with the toughest life are the most successful, smartest people.
You start learning quicker.
Huh?
I believe you start learning real life lessons sooner. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have that, you know, that coddling, you know what I'm saying, for lack of better.
You gotta master that. You gotta master that shit though, because that's when you get into thinking you know it all and you start blocking all the lessons that you're supposed to be taking. That's what I did.
Right. Man, I lost my pops at 30 while I was incarcerated. So like that sent me to a real deep depression, right? I may as well have been 4 or 5, bro. Like that's how hard that's. I'm still dealing with that, but like
bro,
for a good while, I couldn't.
Bro, it's been 30
you know
years. Bro. I'm still struggling with that shit, bro. And as a black man, you never gonna not struggle with it, bro. That's why I say the kids, when it comes down to the kids, bro, they need us more than anything. The women, I'm not bashing black women, but the women, bro, they full of trauma and they hurt. And they pass that shit down on the kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of the kids, I raised my kids with love. 99% of the world raised their kids with survival.
Right.
So that's why everybody's so cutthroat, because they see survival all the time. They don't see, bro. My kids come here and give me a hug and a kiss 20 times a day, and I'm never gonna refuse them, bro. Because the second I start doing that, I know that seed's gonna be in the back of their head. 10 years later, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I remember my dad was a piece of shit for no reason." But you didn't tell yourself some shit because you was in your feelings one day as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I done heard the stories, bro. So it's like I know the shit happened. But like with me, bro, I realized I don't care about I've had the money, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not looking to have. I learned it last week. It says wealth takes a lot of responsibility. And I've come to a realization, like I've always said, I want to be wealthy, this and that. But I don't care about that shit, bro. I just need enough to where I can move like I need to and be there for the kids. I get to a point where you realize like money is cool. You fuck off enough money, you lose the attachment that you have had to money. You know what I'm saying? And I think I needed to go through everything I did to be able to process everything the way I do. And that's probably why it's easier for me to just, people owe me 2 bands, bro. And I tell people, hey, bro, the universe got my back. Your karma coming, pop. You know what I'm saying? I paid it forward to somebody else. Whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit's kept me out of a lot of shit. It's a lot of personal reflecting you got to go through to not, you know what I'm saying, lose your shit and snap off on somebody. Being from Jamaica with a short temper, bro, you know what I'm saying? My wife didn't.
Say, bro, like you had to tell me that you were Jamaican, bro. Like you cool, dog. Like you a cool cat, bro. Now I ain't never been on your bad side. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never pissed you off that I know of.
It takes,
you know,
it takes a lot to get me there, bro. I didn't, like I said, bro. I seen what people do. I know what I can do to people. I went to the military straight out of high school, so I'm military trained. So technically, I'm not supposed to touch nobody anyway.
What branch of the military, bro?
Navy.
Yeah. How did you like that?
I couldn't swim.
You couldn't swim?
I'm afraid of heights.
Last long, huh?
That's why I say, I tell people, bro, like, it's so that answers your question. It's just
how that happened if you was afraid of heights and can't swim?
Look, I don't know. Niggas say, how you from Jamaica and don't like the water? Nigga, I don't know. But it's in me, right? Niggas say, how you don't, 18 years old, 18 years old, don't know how to swim, none of that. And I signed to the Navy. Go to the Navy. I learned how to swim. Years go on, boom, boom, boom. My mom was like, why'd you do the Navy? I'm like, I honestly don't know. She's like, you afraid of water? I'm like, looking at life, I realized I run to the shit I'm afraid of. Like unconsciously. Like I'm afraid of heights, but I went to be the cable guy for Comcast. I'm fucking climbing fucking poles with the meters burning my fucking face with the heat. And I'm doing that shit with a smile. Kill it, like top of the crew, like, you know what I'm saying? Test technician, I've done it all, bro. So I've realized some people just have that shit in them. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's in you, you're gonna do what you gotta do. And I feel like that's just the gift God blessed me with.
Let's talk a little bit about this book before we get out of here. The mastery book, The Way to the Heart.
Ooh. I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
Take your time, brother. $5.29 accounts, people. We got to get on that. It's for the youngins.
Excuse my art, man. I'm selling most of this shit here.
What you got for sale back there, man? Go ahead, give them a quick little plug right quick on your stuff.
That's custom. Let me see if I can turn it. I got shit all over, bro. Here you go. I got shit like that. I'm black bar set.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see if I can
say more money, more problem with the
shit like, you know, they got the calls and shit like that.
Man, say what? I don't ask you price online. We go talk.
Yeah,
we go talk. Now that's your work?
Nah, hell no, boy. I ain't got them kind
he said, hell no. You're an art broker.
I used to be, I'd invest in people, bro, all the time. You know what I'm saying? I take the money and build them up, build their business.
Facts.
This is one artist, bro. I just fucked with all his shit, bro. And I got shit all in the closet from him, bro. I probably got about like $10,000 worth of custom shit in here. just having him just freestyle. I don't fuck with him no more, so I'll probably go get this shit appraised and see if I can come up and get my money back. We'll see. Hey man, don't judge me, dog. That's why I say
no judgment at all, man. It is what it is.
You gotta be a good judge of character. You're gonna fuck around and invest into a hole, bro.
Yeah, you gonna take some L's, bro. I didn't done a whole lot of that, but like I said, I was doing that in the like everything I'm doing now, promoting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Putting people in position, like putting niggas in the studio, shit like that. That's the same thing as giving niggas some work. You know what I'm saying? Like this the things I was doing in the streets, but it wasn't leading towards no type of righteous purpose, bro. And that's why I wasn't prospering. Mm-hmm. Like if I would have been a dude who was raised no parents, you know what I'm saying, like a real bad fucked up situation or whatever, I could have prospered in the streets. You feel what I'm saying? But I came from a structured background. It wasn't the background people thought it was, but I had my moms and my pops. We had God in our house. You feel what I'm saying? Like, had my siblings all under one roof. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll get your ass whipped behind disrespect. You know what I'm saying? We learn, you know what I'm saying, real values coming up. I can't stun about that. That's why even in the streets, certain things, I let just go straight by me because I knew better. I understood. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what really saved me. But in a sense of saving me, like, wasn't no kingpin status or none of that. Cause I ain't gonna kill my partner. I ain't gonna kill this man over a couple $100. I'm not gonna do that. You feel what I'm saying? So that was never really for me. That was just some lessons, you know what I'm saying, for my future, which is my kids, which is, you know what I'm saying, being able to talk to the youth, you know what I'm saying? I can speak to them from a real place. You follow what I'm saying? I ain't got to sugarcoat, I ain't got to cut no corners with them, I ain't got to lie to them, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this book, man. We ain't gonna give it all to him this week, bro. We gonna stretch this out, bro. Let's get into this book, though.
That's the book right here.
The Way of Mastery.
So look, I'm gonna give you two things. So the first thing I'm gonna give you. So
y'all get 6 short episodes of this free game, bro. So y'all make sure y'all be tapping into this, dog. Go ahead, brother.
I ain't even finished the book yet, but I treat this like the Bible. I read it every day to start my day. And when I say I read it, like I'm like highlighting.
Right.
Like, I'm going through it. Like I'm not
researching. You're researching what you're reading.
So this is that term I gave you, Abba, the name of the creator. Mm-hmm. God is a creator, but they call him Abba. You learn a lot in that book, bro. That book teach you about accountability, teach you everything. It brings you back to, it helps you figure out who you are, like your whole purpose in life, what makes you happy, teaches you that love is everything, you know what I'm saying? You need love. You can't do nothing in this world without love. And it wasn't until I started having kids that I realized I didn't know what love was. So I tell people, like, the way I got this book, bro, I think I was fucking with the stock market and I was looking up some kind of mastery skill, right? And I was on Amazon, bro, and that book just popped up out of nowhere. It's like $50. And I'm like, the fuck is this? The Way of Mastery? That ain't got shit to do with stocks. So I click in on the book, bro. And you can read like the details on the summary and shit like that, bro. And when I tell you it was the first book that intimidated me through the comments, like I've had this book 5 years. I found it, like it found me more than I found the book, right? After finding it, reading the comments, which is something I've never done, but I just decided to do it. The comments that people were saying about the book scared me. I put it on my cart. I had like 4 other people that was real big and spiritual read the comments, and they was like, "Oh, bro, yeah." It basically would just tell you that you have to be at a certain point in life for that book, or you won't. You just got to be. You have to grow enough to be able to catch that book. So, fucked around and ordered that book one day, bro, and that book been sitting in my house for about 2 years. And I started reading this book less than 6 months ago. And my wife literally is, as she told me just this morning, she's like, I'm in love with you. After 10 years, you still do the things you do. But it's more in the sense of she's saying the way that I've changed, the way I talk to people, the way I deliver stuff to people, the way I articulate, listen, everything. So it's because of that book, bro. And it wasn't until I started reading. And I didn't start reading because I had so much control. I was making so much money, so I had so much free will in what was going on.
Right.
This happened because I started going back to work. I started going back to work because I started back praying. But it was probably like the last 10 plus years I wasn't praying. Like I just get up and just go through life. Now I talk to God for about 10, 20 minutes every day on the way to work. On the way to the gym, I'm talking to him the whole way. No music, no nothing. And just asking him to open the necessary doors, being the catalyst in my life, allowing me to be a blessing, not a burden to others, the head, not the tail, you know, the good stuff. And just bit by bit, bro, I'm manifesting my job. I mean, bro, when I was a kid, I was on Madden. You know, you play Madden as a kid, you make a creative play and shit like that. The person you see now is who I was making as a kid.
Yeah.
Tatted up and down on one arm. Locks. I never had hair before my son was born, bro. I fresh cut every week, like you see me, bro. I always had a haircut. I always stayed fresh. But the vision that's here now, I seen this as a seed. I had no clue why I wanted to look like that. But from the height to the weight to the look to everything, it's exactly what it was.
So at what point did you realize that was the Most High giving you these glimpses and stuff like that over the years?
Last couple of years.
Yeah.
After I started taking accountability and making the changes and started back talking to him, realistically.
That's crazy, bro. Even the people that I've been being aligned with, their walks has been aligning, not ever been the same, but like you know how two streets run parallel to each other. They never necessarily touch each other, but they both going. You feel what I'm saying? And that's like it be confirmations, bro. Like we ain't talking a minute.
It's been some years, bro.
And you hit me up. I'm like, because the things I've been going through, like I say, with this business, with this, you know what I'm saying? This shit a motherfucker. Like,
bro, I didn't look, I tell nigga, I don't say it as much as I
can. Shit, bro. This shit crazy, bro.
But I got 90 LLCs tied to my name. 90 of them.
Damn, bro.
And then, like I said, I don't tell people like I used to because it ain't nothing to brag on because ain't none of them hoes pumping bread like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of failures. Not failures, but like it's
a whole bunch of experiences and lessons.
Absolutely. Perspective's everything. You know what I'm saying? And I realized failure is a moment. It's not an identity. You know what I'm saying? So those moments of failures were all lessons. And until I decide to look at it as what it is, I'm just gonna keep missing it.
Say, bro, like if you ain't failing, you ain't trying. You ain't doing shit. Like if you ain't got buku failures under your belt, you ain't did shit. You ain't even attempted.
I done gave you a list of jobs I done had already. And then I also told you I ain't worked in the last 7 years.
Right.
And then came right back. I'm sitting at 50K, 401K, you know what I'm saying, all that good shit. But I'm not that it's nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't plan on being there longer than I need to buy a house. Once I buy a house, like I'm probably gonna quit that bitch or try to get fired. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Look, I'm doing cybersecurity classes, bro.
See that cybersecurity thing, like you know, that's the booming field though.
Mm-hmm. Like I can get my time back. I can get you can work remote.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm never gonna be complacent, bro. I can't do that because, like I was just telling my wife, we realize when you start looking back in your life, you realize how much time you fucked off, and when you start seeing how much time was wasted, it's not as easy to waste that time a second time around if you learn.
I was about to say, like,
shit, if you learn, you got to take accountability, though. Like I said, step one is being, you know what I'm saying, going through that humility and taking some accountability.
Man, you know how they say them bumps and bruises come from bumping your head. Man, I was looking like Martin after Tommy Hitman Hearns got to him at one point, bro.
I
I
was
hit my
watching
head
that.
so many times, though. Like, yeah, Martin, the motherfucker. That shit
Yeah, I
classic.
was watching him and Gina yesterday.
That shit have never died, bro. That shit classic, bro. For real. But before I let you get out of here, first of all, let the people know how they could get with you, bro. Like how they can holler at you either for the life coaching or many of your other endeavors, you know.
Damn, boy, you always put me on the spot. All
I
right,
mean, the
so
people got to get with you. They gonna want to holler at you.
you got my Instagram on there. I'm pretty good about Instagram. The 1% Mindset Building LLC. You can kind of tie that to anything, and you should be able to find me. That's Instagram, Gmail, and then it's episode 1. I ain't gonna give y'all my number yet.
Now you ain't gotta get on the number.
Telegram, you can look on Telegram too. That's where so when it comes down to the actual coaching, I stopped for a little bit because I was pouring out too much into everybody else and not pouring back into myself.
Not building self, right?
So I had to step back. But I was like hosting classes like every Tuesday on Telegram. But I was teaching people about stocks, crypto, anything that it came down to making money, self-improvement, same shit, that 1% mindset builder.
I had to step back from a lot of things I was doing for that simple fact, and like I said, been making some real good relationships and shit like that. Everything going good, but at the same time, like started falling off of my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Started falling off of the plan. You follow me? And had to kind of recalibrate. Though I just moved in a house in September, but had a how could you say this shit? A tumultuous little transition from where I was renting at to where I'm at now because a lot of shit.
Break the lease?
No, I ain't had to break the lease. It was I can't even really talk about it online, but it was a situation with the landlord. He wasn't handling his business and things like that, and shit took a legal turn. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, that shit ain't easy, bro. The landlords, that's like
they be on some other shit. They be on some other shit. That's why I'm and I thank God that like the situation is changing. You feel what I'm saying? Like years ago, I was so-called chasing paper to get to places that I'm at right now without even having the paper, bro. Ain't that some crazy shit?
I relate too much, bro.
Bro, I be so frustrated with myself sometimes, bro, because like, man, you done wasted so much time. You done so much stupid shit, bro. In the good spirit of trying to whatever. You know what I'm saying? But man, what you want to leave the people with before I let you out of here, bro?
Man, my best advice to start this series out. Damn, boy, you trying to milk me. Best advice I can give you, man, is on the humility. Literally, that's what life is about. You're here to learn. You're not here to just Netflix and chill. Right. You're not here to go whack off in the bathroom or try to fuck bitches all day long. Like, take some time, look in the mirror, and realize, are you growing or you just going? Because they say you're supposed to grow through life, not go through life. And most people just going through that shit.
That's some real shit. That's the way to leave it right there, man. You know what I'm saying? What you say, you growing through it, not going through it, huh?
You got to grow through that shit. You're going to go through it anyway. You can go through it or you can grow through it. That's the best way.
Facts, though. We're going to choose to grow through it, though. Continue growing, brother. I salute you on all your growth, bro, and all your endeavors, though. And next week, bro, we're going to talk about marriage.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
That's what we're going to start the show about next week, bro. We're going to talk about marriage, man.
We're going to have to watch her next week. She's going to be ready.
Yeah, man. She going to make her notes and everything. I already know.
Yeah, she ready for all that, bro. I'm the one that don't like being behind the camera like that.
Hey, bro, it's a beautiful thing. That's why y'all a team, because she go, yeah, bro, your queen, she go push you though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I'm glad you're stepping out, brother. I'm glad you're promoting what you're doing because it's needed amongst us. You feel what I'm saying? The 529 account. You feel what I'm saying, man? That was some big old game today. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, y'all got 6 episodes of this for free, and then we got, you know what I'm saying, we got to pay for that game from now on.
I try and bless something every episode. Something. I got
For
enough.
sure,
I
for
got
sure.
stuff. I got stuff.
All right, like I said, next week we're dropping jewels on marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's a topic that's been coming up a lot in my life. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, bro, everything that you came with is on time, bro. It aligns with, you know what I'm saying, well, what the most I've been putting in my, you know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying, in my past. So I
11
appreciate
years
you, homie. Huh?
11 years. So I got
11
you.
years of a successful marriage, man. Like, you know, that and that's saying something, you know what I'm saying?
Look, I ain't got too
So-
much grade, so hey, bro, I genuinely
Hey,
appreciate
you see what the street you see what the streets will get you. You hear me?
all of it. Hey, bro, I genuinely appreciate you having me on board.
Nah,
Bro.
fam. Anytime, looking forward to the series, bro. And like I said, bro, we go dive deeper into it. But I just wanted the people to get a real feel of who we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So you can qualify yourself with the folks. I look forward to it, though, fam. And I appreciate you, dog. I get with you next week, brother.
Have a blessed one, bro.
King Fable, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
I'm Wilson Millz. It's been a conversation with Millz, man. Thank y'all for tapping in, bro. Y'all make sure y'all tap in next week, bro. We're gonna get off into the topics. Our first topic gonna be marriage. You know what I'm saying? Second topic gonna be leading into that. It's gonna be black love, dog. Y'all stay blessed. Thank y'all, bro.